Hey everyone! Ever wondered if your dog feels sorry after doing something naughty? Like really sorry or just, oh crap, mom's home early from work, sorry? Well, stick around because we're breaking down the 7 signs your dog is saying sorry. From the classic puppy dog eyes to some sneakier moves, we will decode your dog's secret language of guilt. By the end of this video, you'll be a pro at understanding your dog's apologies. But let's be real, who are we kidding? Those eyes could get away with murder. Welcome to the Happy Labrador channel. Whether you are a proud dog parent, a future pup enthusiast, or simply a dog lover looking for some furry fun, you have come to the right place. Get ready for the endless Labrador love. From training tips to their adorable antics, our channel is here to celebrate the incredible bond between humans and our furry friends. Number 1. Masters of manipulation. Okay, let's start with the most obvious one, the classic puppy dog eyes. Those big, round, watery eyes that could melt a glacier. It's like they channel their inner Disney princess and bam! Instant guilt trip. But are they really sorry, or are they just masters of manipulation? They know they look pathetic, and they're not afraid to use it to their advantage. Think about it. They've had years of practice perfecting this look. From the moment they're tiny fluff balls, they learn that those big, sad eyes equal extra treats and cuddles. And let's not forget the strategic head tilt. It's almost too much to handle. But even though we know they're playing us, we can't help but fall for it every single time. Those puppy dog eyes are like a superpower, and we are mere mortals in their presence. Number 2, Guilt Trip Central. Alright, moving on to a slightly less adorable but equally effective apology tactic, tail tucking. You know the drill. Your dog does something wrong and suddenly their tail is nowhere to be found. It's like it disappeared into a black hole of shame and regret. And it's not just a little tuck either. We're talking full-on tucked between the legs, tail practically glued to their belly action. The tail tuck is a classic sign of submission and anxiety in dogs. It's their way of saying, I messed up, please don't be mad at me. And it usually works like a charm, because who can stay mad at a dog who looks like they're about to spontaneously combust from shame? But here's the thing, just like with the puppy dog eyes, the tail tuck might not always be a genuine apology. Sometimes it's just a fear response. So while a tucked tail can definitely be a sign of guilt, it's important to consider the context. Number 3, the art of avoidance. Okay, let's talk about the art of avoidance. No, not the kind where you ghost your date after realizing they put ketchup on their pasta. I'm talking about the classic, I've done something wrong and I can't even look at you dog maneuver. You walk into the room and immediately something feels off. There's a suspicious silence, maybe a faint whiff of something that shouldn't be whiffed, and then you see it. Your dog sprawled out on the floor, casually looking everywhere but at you. They're pretending to be super interested in the wall, the ceiling, the dust bunny in the corner, anything to avoid making eye contact. It's like they think if they don't see you, you won't see them, and therefore, all their crimes will be erased. But we all know the truth. They know exactly what they did. They just can't handle the shame spiral that comes with meeting your gaze. Number 4, the canine kiss of peace. Alright, let's move on to a slightly sloppier form of apology, the lick attack. You're still fuming about the chewed up remote control, and suddenly your dog is right there, trying to lick your face off. It's like they think they can erase all their wrongdoings with a healthy dose of dog saliva. And you know what? Sometimes it works. Because let's be real, those wet, sloppy kisses are pretty hard to resist. According to dog experts, licking is a dog's way of showing affection and seeking forgiveness. It's their way of saying, I love you, please don't be mad at me. And even though it might not be the most hygienic form of apology, it's definitely one of the most effective. So, the next time your dog goes in for a lick attack after a particularly naughty episode, just remember, they're trying to tell you they're sorry in their own special way. And hey, maybe keep a wet wipe handy. Number 5, bringing you their favorite toy. This next apology tactic is a classic case of misdirection. You know how magicians use flashy movements and smoke and mirrors to distract you from what they're really doing? They wave their hands, pull out a deck of cards, and suddenly, you're not even thinking about the trick itself. Well, dogs do the same thing, but instead of top hats and rabbits, they use their favorite toys. It's their way of saying, hey, look over here. Forget about that mess I made. You're sitting there, contemplating the meaning of life and whether or not you should invest in a chew-proof house, when suddenly, your dog appears, tail wagging, with their most prized possession in their mouth. It's like they're trying to say, I know I messed up, but look at this awesome toy. It could be a slobbery tennis ball, a mangled stuffed animal, or even that one sock they stole from your laundry basket weeks ago. Each item has its own story, its own history of being chewed, slobbered on, and loved. The point is, they're trying to distract you from their crimes with the canine equivalent of a shiny object. It's their way of saying, let's not focus on the bad stuff. Look at this cool thing I have. It's like they're saying, look, a distraction. Remember how much you love playing fetch? Let's do that instead of being mad at me. And you know what? It's pretty darn effective, because in that moment, all you can think about is how happy they look, how much they want to play, and how adorable they are. Because let's be real, who can resist a dog who's offering you their most prized possession? It's like they're giving you a piece of their heart, saying, I'm sorry, let's make things right. So the next time your dog tries to bribe you with their favorite toy, just remember, they're trying to apologize in their own manipulative, adorable way. It's their version of saying, I love you, and I'm sorry for whatever I did. Can we be friends again? And in the end, isn't that what really matters? The bond between you and your furry friend, strengthened by these little moments of forgiveness and love. Number 6, the ultimate act of submission and cuteness. Let's talk about the most vulnerable, most adorable, most impossible to resist apology tactic in the doggo arsenal, the belly roll. This simple yet powerful gesture can melt even the coldest of hearts and turn any anger into instant forgiveness. You're still trying to figure out how they managed to reach the cookies on the counter, and suddenly your dog is sprawled out on the floor, legs in the air, exposing their fluffy belly for all the world to see. It's a sight that can make you forget all about the mess they just made. It's like they're saying, I surrender. I'm at your mercy. Please don't hurt me. I'm just a small furry potato who made a mistake. This act of submission is their way of showing that they acknowledge their wrongdoing and are ready to make amends. The belly roll is the ultimate act of submission in the dog world. It's a universal sign that says, I know I messed up, but please, let's move past this. It's their way of saying, I trust you implicitly. Please don't betray that trust by yelling at me for eating your phone charger. This trust is a bond that has been built over time, and the belly roll is a testament to that relationship. And it's incredibly effective because let's be real, who can stay mad at a dog who's basically begging for belly rubs? Those big pleading eyes and that soft, exposed belly are just too much to resist. But here's the thing, the belly roll isn't just about submission, it's also about trust. When a dog shows you their belly, they're saying, I feel safe with you. So the next time your dog busts out the belly roll after a particularly naughty episode, just remember, they're showing you they trust you. They're asking for your forgiveness and hoping for a belly rub in return. It's their way of saying, let's forget about the past and move forward together. And let's be honest, who can resist giving a belly rub to a dog who's showing so much trust and love? It's a moment of connection that strengthens your bond and brings joy to both of you. So cherish these moments of vulnerability and trust. They are a reminder of the unconditional love and loyalty that our furry friends bring into our lives every day. Number 7, following you around. This last apology tactic is a bit more subtle, but equally effective. It's a quiet, almost invisible way of saying, I'm sorry, without uttering a single bark. You know how sometimes you just want to be left alone after a fight? You crave that solitude to process your thoughts and emotions. Well, dogs are the same way. Except instead of slamming doors and blasting Taylor Swift, they follow you around like a furry little shadow. It's their way of staying close, ensuring they're not forgotten. You've told them off for chewing on the furniture, and they know they've done something wrong. You've sighed dramatically while cleaning up their latest mess, making it clear that you're not pleased. And now all you want is 5 minutes of peace and quiet, just a moment to yourself to regain your composure. But your dog has other plans. They can't bear the thought of being apart from you, especially when they sense you're upset. They're right there at your heels every step of the way, like a persistent little shadow that refuses to leave your side. It's like a furry little reminder of their transgression, a silent plea for forgiveness. It's like they're saying, I know, I messed up, I didn't mean to cause trouble. But can we please stop talking about it now? Can we move past this and get back to being friends? And honestly, it's hard to stay mad at a dog who just wants to be near you. Their loyalty and love are unwavering. The following you around tactic isn't just about seeking attention. It's a deeper, more emotional gesture. It's also about seeking reassurance. They need to know that despite their mistakes, they're still loved and accepted. So, the next time your dog is following you around like a lost puppy after a particularly naughty episode, Remember this. Just remember, they're trying to tell you they're sorry. They're seeking your forgiveness and hoping to mend the bond. So there you have it, folks. The 7 signs your dog is saying sorry. From the classic puppy dog eyes to the more subtle following you around maneuver, dogs have a whole arsenal of tactics for worming their way back into your good graces. But here's the thing, even though we know they're manipulating us, we can't help but fall for it every time. Because let's be real, dogs are the best, even when they're being total jerks. So the next time your furry little friend messes up, just remember to enjoy the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments how your furry friend is sorry for their naughty behavior. And be sure to share this video with your fellow dog-loving friends. Until next time, keep on loving those pups. Happy petting, and thank you so much for watching.